Okay, this is a Prattline unit I currently have for sale. Let me just go around it and show you some features, and then we'll go inside and I'll explain the rest. Okay, firstly, this Prattline was owned by Prattline Parts and Repairs, which are A1 Caravans in Adelaide. They did a lot of modifications to it before I bought it, and I'll go through the modifications as I show you. Okay, firstly, this is with it's got an area for a silage hose here. It's also got upgraded feet. It doesn't have wind out feet anymore. They swing down and you wind them down into position. This caravan is unique. Prattlines don't usually have a solid cover for the window. They're usually made out of canvas, so they just protect the windows. There's no gas bottle anymore. This is a non-gas van. So in here is a storage compartment. There's some ocky straps for the cover, and also this is where they've retrofitted the hydraulic tank. It's got a tap on the outside. The drip is from the hose, not from the caravan. We've got a Fiamma awning out the front. As you can see, the awning's in really good condition. We've just set up the chairs just as an indication of how it would be, although the stand does go with the caravan and so does the bottle. The gas stove doesn't, but they're not expensive to buy. As you can see by the awning, it's in really good condition. It doesn't have really any staining at all. I'll see if I can get a picture at the top. Probably not. Okay, it's got light truck tyres on it. I think they're 7-ply light truck tyres. It's got a container for the silage hose on the back. It runs 2 spare tyres, which are in really good nick, and they're also light truck tyres. It's got another cover on the back here. As I said, they were mainly fabric material, but these are aluminium. It's got this is where you fill it up here at the side, and underneath it's actually got a tap on it to drain the tanks out when you finish using it, so the water doesn't become manky. Also too, it has an air conditioner. There's the duct for the air conditioner. It also has this here, which is not standard on Prattline, and you can see it runs along the side, and it basically tries to keep the water out when you're on the road. I'll just take you inside. Okay, because these vans actually fold in half. So if you have a look on YouTube, there'll be some other videos showing how the van folds in half. So just have a look at those and I'll explain it. But it's not hard to put up and it's not hard to put down. Okay, it has a split door because it is in 2 halves. And this is what the van is like inside. So the van, if I can get a good picture, the van is actually extremely clean. It is 240 volt and 12 volt. It's got really good quality curtains in it, blackout curtains to keep things dark, especially when it's sunny. I'll just show you. It's got LED lighting fitted in the 12 volt circuit, and then you've got your normal 240 volt. The LED lighting, as you can see, is much nicer. It's a much nicer light. It's got 12 volt lighting here. Sorry, 24 volt light, 240 volt lighting here, 240 volt lighting here. Has a smoke alarm and a clock. And I'll just run through some of the features of the van. Okay, I'll start it here. Okay, it's got obviously this is the sink. This comes off here and just sits to the side. Now this van actually has instantaneous hot water. So if you pull this to one side, it's cold. If you pull it to the other, it actually has it doesn't have a light. If it does have a little light, you can sort of see the reflection of it just in there. Now that at the moment, that's got to the point where I cannot touch that anymore. So that's how quick that water heats up. Also too, we have the tank water, which does work. There we go. There's a prime. This van does not have any gas. Instead, what they've done is they've put an extra cupboard in here where the oven is, and they've stuck a microwave in here. The previous owner had this thing about gas, and that's why we cook outside. Look, we've never cooked inside this van. I've never cooked inside a caravan. I always cook on the outside because of the scunginess that can happen from the smoke and from the smoke. Okay, it's got quite a large table here. This table actually can flip up like so, and then you push these in and it can convert to a smaller table, or you can actually slide in and then you can drop the table down if you so wish, but you don't need to. Also too, it has underfloor air conditioning. That's all the settings for it there. I don't tend to turn it on from here. I actually just turn it on up here at the plug. So I turn the plug on and the air conditioning fires up. Now that's a lovely cool air conditioner, and it works really, really well. So I'll turn that back off due to the noise. Okay. Okay, so on the roof we have a 120 watt solar cell, and this is the controller for the cell. It's a 30 amp cell, so the paperwork tells me. And then under here we have a 130 amp hour AGM gel battery, so that runs to that, and that charges that battery up there. There's an Anderson plug here. There's also an Anderson plug that runs out to the front of the van, where you can attach it to the car, or you can even attach a electric jockey wheel to move it around. I'll quickly go out and show you that later. It has a little clock radio there and a cupboard. Also, we find this here, this little cupboard here is really good for a 10-litre toilet. So we store a 10-litre toilet in here so that it makes it a bit easier at night. These beds are extremely comfortable. This one is a inner spring, which is not standard, and it actually has a separate pillow top mattress. The beds have storage underneath. If I can just lift that up, there's all storage under here. Now also there's a trailer mate jack that comes with it. That's a $300 jack. I've never used it. It's never been out of the box. On this side, this has a different mattress. This has a solid foam mattress, which is about 4 years old. Nice and thick, nice and comfortable. Also too, there's storage under this bed here, and that foam mattress there actually, and there's actually a piece of wood underneath just in there, and that folds out and that makes the table up into a double bed. So that'll make this table here, this table comes out and it slides in this position here and becomes a double bed. It's got a Four Seasons hatch in it, so that's set at the moment on rain, or you can open it up, or that's closed, you can open it right up for vents. When we store, we just leave it slightly on rain. It also has a little insulator that can fit up in here. That probably needs to be stuck back up, but at the moment that's just sitting free. It's got ample storage space. It's got 3 tower rails. So, and there's, as I said, there's ample storage space right throughout the whole van. In fact, there's heaps of storage space. Now this is a wardrobe. As you see, it's only half high because this van collapses in half. If you see the photos on the ad, you'll see it in its down position. Now this was a wardrobe and you could hang clothes, but what I've done is I've converted it and I've turned it into a storage cupboard. So there's still the original, I'll see if you can see my hand up there, that's the original pole for hanging your clothes. But what I've done is I've added this extra internal section, which is, it's all modular, you can actually unscrew it and take it out. So on this side I stored my hoses, my water hoses and my power leads and my buckets and my 4-in-1 switch and everything like that. In here I had my gas bottle. I had my gas bottle down in here. And in here I had my stove, and I had my ramps for driving up and leveling the van. And I just had a little toolkit in here too. Everything shuts nicely, all the cupboards work, nothing's been really stressed, or the van's in really good condition for its age. Also too, it's got a 90 litre Waeco inverter fridge in it. This runs directly off the battery and then is supported by the solar cell. So that's running lovely now, and that's beautiful and cold. So that's it. So that's what it's like inside. I'll just show you just one other thing that I mentioned earlier that I forgot to show you outside. That is that at the front here, it actually has an additional jockey wheel here. The jockey wheel holder, that's either for a hand ratchet or an electric jockey wheel, or if you want to move a jockey wheel up to the front, that's not a problem. Also too, running in from here is an Anderson plug. The Anderson plug is just here, and that you can actually plug that into your car, or you can drive your you can use an electric jockey wheel to drive it around. So that's really it. I hope you like what you see. It's for sale. Please, the numbers are on the ad. Please give me a call if you're interested. Thanks for looking. Bye.